Imagine this. You're in the middle of an important video call, streaming your favorite show, or trying to submit an assignment online. And suddenly, the internet stops working. You look at your router and see a collection of blinking lights. Some are solid, some are flashing. One may have turned red. Most people ignore these lights. But here's the surprising truth. Your router is actually trying to tell you exactly what's wrong. Those tiny LEDs act like a diagnostic language. If you know how to read them, you can often identify internet problems in seconds without calling your ISP, waiting on hold, or randomly restarting devices. In this video, you'll learn what every major router light means, what different blinking patterns are trying to tell you, and the fastest troubleshooting steps that can get you back online. By the end, you'll be able to look at your router and instantly understand what it's saying. Let's start with the most important light of all. The power light is your router's heartbeat. Before checking anything else, always look here first. On most routers, a solid green, white, or blue light means the router is receiving power and operating normally. No light at all? That's your first clue. The router may not be receiving electricity, the power adapter could be loose, or the outlet may not be working properly. But here's something many people don't know. A blinking power light doesn't always indicate a problem. When a router first starts up, it performs internal checks and loads its operating system. During this process, the power LED often flashes. This is completely normal. However, if the power light keeps blinking for several minutes and never becomes solid, the router may be stuck during startup. This could be caused by a failed firmware update, corrupted settings, or a hardware malfunction. If you ever see this, don't panic. We'll cover the fastest recovery method later in the video. But first, let's move to the light that determines whether you actually have internet access. This is arguably the most important light on the entire router. The internet light, sometimes labeled WAN, Globe, Online, or Broadband, shows whether your router is successfully communicating with your internet provider. Think of it as a bridge. One side connects to your home network. The other side connects to the internet. When this light is solid, the bridge is working. Everything is communicating properly. If it's blinking slowly, the router may be attempting to establish a connection. This often happens after startup or following a brief service interruption. But if the light remains off, red, orange, or continues blinking for a long period, your router may not be receiving a signal from your modem or internet provider. Before assuming your ISP is down, check the cable connecting your modem and router. A loose cable is one of the most common causes of internet failures. In fact, many internet outages inside homes are caused by something as simple as a partially disconnected cable. Sometimes the fix takes less than 10 seconds. And yet most people never check. Now let's talk about the lights most people notice first. The Wi-Fi indicators. These lights show whether your router is broadcasting a wireless signal. Modern routers often display separate indicators for 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz networks. Some newer models may even show a third band. When these lights are solid, the wireless networks are active and available. When they're flickering rapidly, that's usually good news. It means data is moving between devices and the router. Your phones, laptops, TVs, gaming consoles, and smart home devices are actively communicating. Many people mistakenly think flashing Wi-Fi lights indicate a problem. In reality, constant blinking often means everything is working exactly as intended. However, if the Wi-Fi light is completely off, your wireless network may be disabled. This can happen accidentally through settings changes, firmware issues, or a physical Wi-Fi button on the router. If your internet works through Ethernet but not through Wi-Fi, this light can provide a major clue. And here's a useful tip. If only one Wi-Fi band is active, some of your devices may connect while others cannot. So always check both wireless indicators if your router has them. Next are the LAN or Ethernet lights. These represent physical cable connections. Every Ethernet port usually has its own indicator. When a device is connected, the corresponding light turns on. When data is flowing, the light flashes. For example, if your desktop computer is connected through a cable, the Ethernet light should illuminate. No light? The cable may be damaged, disconnected, or plugged into the wrong port. A quick cable swap can often reveal whether the issue is the cable or the device itself. One overlooked benefit of Ethernet lights is that they help isolate problems. If Wi-Fi isn't working but Ethernet lights are active, the issue may be wireless-related rather than an internet outage. That distinction can save a lot of troubleshooting time. You may have noticed a light labeled WPS. This stands for Wi-Fi Protected Setup. It was designed to simplify connecting devices to a wireless network without manually entering the password. When you press the WPS button, the light usually begins flashing. During this period, the router is searching for compatible devices that want to connect. Once pairing is successful, the light typically stops blinking and returns to normal. If the light keeps flashing for a long time, the connection process may have failed. Today, many users prefer entering their Wi-Fi password manually because it's straightforward and works with virtually every device. Still, if you understand what the WPS light is doing, you'll avoid thinking something is broken when it's simply waiting for a connection. Now let's discuss the lights that deserve immediate attention. Red lights, orange lights, and unusual flashing patterns. These often indicate a problem that requires action. Depending on the manufacturer, a red internet light may mean no ISP connection, authentication failure, modem communication issues, or a service outage. Likewise, if every light begins flashing simultaneously, your router may be rebooting, updating firmware, overheating, or experiencing a system error. This is where many people make a mistake. They start unplugging cables randomly. Instead, observe the pattern carefully. The LEDs are often providing the exact clue needed to identify the issue. Remember, a router's lights are not random decorations. They are status messages. If your router behaves strangely and the lights don't seem normal, try the simplest troubleshooting step first. Power cycle the router. Unplug it from power. Wait at least 30 seconds. Then plug it back in. This clears temporary errors, refreshes connections, and allows the router to establish a fresh communication session with your modem and internet provider. You'd be surprised how often this works. Many network issues are caused by temporary software glitches, rather than hardware failures. Give the router several minutes to fully restart before checking the lights again. Patience matters. Many people unplug the router and immediately assume the restart failed. Here's one final thing you should know. Not every router speaks the same language. A flashing white light on one brand may indicate normal operation. The exact same light on another brand could signal a connection problem. Manufacturers use different colors, symbols, and blinking patterns. That's why your router's manual remains one of the most valuable troubleshooting resources available. Most companies also provide detailed LED guides through their official websites and mobile apps. If you're ever unsure, check the documentation for your specific model. It can provide answers in seconds. The next time your internet stops working, don't immediately blame your ISP. Take a look at your router. Those tiny lights may already be telling you exactly what's wrong. Once you understand what the power, internet, Wi-Fi, Ethernet, and WPS indicators mean, troubleshooting becomes faster, easier, and far less frustrating. If you found this guide helpful, consider subscribing for more practical tech tips, hidden networking features, and simple fixes that make your devices work better. And now here's a question for you. Have you ever solved an internet problem just by looking at your router lights? Let us know in the comments.